Oh, we never thought we'd say this, but Millwall are safe. We can breathe again. Well done, Millwall fans. Well done, Harris. Well done, George. I never thought we'd say this, but you can relax now, can't we, George?
Yep, safe for another season. We looks like to be our seventh season in the championship in a row for a club of our size, where we usually used to be quite yo-yo. We were talking 10, 15 years ago. We always used to yo-yo between the two leagues. So, and all that mattered really. I've said it all along. All that matters was championship survival. Financially, we had to stay in the league. We couldn't afford to get relegated. Um, and it was a good day out on Saturday. Good day out. The weather was lovely. It was a sellout at the Den, and I thought Millwall were the better team. I thought we deserved to win the game. Um, Played some nice football, and so obviously you know how Millwall were going to play. We're going to be direct. We're going to be quiet. We're going to go long ball. But I thought we played some nice stuff. Scored some good goals. A few standout performances. So it was a good day.
Yeah. You've talked. You don't want Harris as the next manager, but let's just put credit on his name, shall we, a little bit, because I think before he came in, even on this channel, we've said it many times. Genuinely, we were worried for Millwall, weren't we? We could only see them heading in one direction back in early March, late February. But he has done something to them players and to that club, which it's almost Warnock-like, isn't it? Come in, sort it out, make them hard to beat, sort out the home form, and hey presto, here you are with 3 games left to play, and you can put your feet up and you're on the beach. Shout out to Harris.
Yeah, well, listen, he's come in and he's been asked to do a job and he's perfected it. He's come in and he's steadied the ship. And like you said, for a long while this season, it was looking very bleak. This is obviously the third manager we had this season, and the players didn't look to perform under the 2 previous managers. So Harris had to come in and he had a job to do. And I think he changed the way the dressing room think a little bit as well. I think the one thing you have to give him credit for is that he's made the Den a fortress again. I mean, our home form this year was one of the worst Millwall sort of home forms I've seen almost in my lifetime, especially over the past, say, 3 or 4 seasons. We've always known to have a good home record. So the number one important thing is that he made the Den a fortress again, and he has. He's not lost a game. 5 games, 4 wins and a draw. A few impressive scalps. Beat Watford, beat Leicester. So you can't knock it. And again, I've always said, listen, would I like to see Neil Harris in next season? Probably not. But he's come out today in an article and said that he's excited to finish the season now with the group of lads he's got, and then go into pre-season and look to build on it. So it looks like he's going to be here for next season. And listen, Neil Harris is a Millwall legend as a player, as a manager. I looked up to him as a kid, so I'll always back him. I'll always, and I hope he can, steady the ship even more and hopefully take us further up the league. I think financially we'll never have the finances and we'll never have the players to unfortunately try pushing to the top 6. But then it's about trying to watch below us, because then we can be too complacent and can even get relegated, as we've seen this season. So it's important that we take the momentum from the end of this season, build on that in pre-season, and then we go again next season. It looks like to be Neil Harris in charge.
Okay. Let's have a quick look at those players that may or may not be here then next season for Millwall. You've got a large number out of contract next year. Just run me through those that are yours now that are coming to the end of the contract. How many of those would you give new contracts to?
Yeah, so the ones which aren't highlighted are the ones which have been at the club previously, contracted down permanently. So Jake Cooper is obviously the club captain and has recently signed a new long-term deal. So he's going to be here for the foreseeable, which is good. He's been here a long time now, experience. He's a captain, so that's always a good thing. And George Saville as well, and Ryan Leonard. Ryan Leonard's been our player of the season this year. He's been mustard at our right back position and at centre back. They've just signed 1-year contract extensions as well, because they have the option for another year as well, which the club always do when players get to 30. They always give them an extra year. So there's the ones looking to be here next season. In terms of the loan players there, Brock Norton-Cuffy at the top there, I've been a fan favourite from the beginning. He's made 100 appearances now, EFL appearances. For a geezer who's just turned 20 is a very, very good, thing to have. The number of appearances he's made. gives us something different as well. Very quick, skillful, can play anywhere up the right hand side. He's on loan from Arsenal, and he might take a fee to get him permanently. I don't see him breaking into the Arsenal first team, and I'd like to think he might be able to do better than us, but he's not been playing under Harris recently. He's been unlucky in that sense because, he's changed the team. Neil Harris's back four has stayed the same the whole time, so he's been unlucky in that sense. But I'd love to see Norton Cuffy back. Obafemi's sort of looked the last two games has looked really good as well. Looks fit, looks raring to go, looks hungry. Which at times I questioned his commitment. I'd love to have him back. With Millwall, it's just about the finances. Are we going to be able to have are we going to have the money to be able to buy these players permanently? And I don't think we're going to have it in the bank for Obafemi or Tanganga. I think the most likely one we will sign is Ryan Longman on loan. I mean, Ryan Longman gives us something different. He's very skillful. He's quick. Likes to get at his man. But he doesn't get brilliant numbers. Doesn't really get the goals or assists. He scored an absolute cracker midweek against Leicester the other week. And I think he's been good recently as well. Played really well on Saturday, which makes me think that he's playing for a contract because his parent club Hull clearly don't fancy him. So I think you'd end up seeing Ryan Longman sign for Millwall in the summer.
Okay. Lots of changes coming Millwall's way, but the most important thing is that we know for certain that next year Millwall will be a championship side. So after goodness knows how many weeks talking on this channel, George, about relegation and your worries, I just want to say, yeah, big congratulations. I think we need sides like Millwall in this division. We absolutely certainly need teams that are a little bit unfashionable, that will make home games against any opposition difficult for anyone to come to. So well done to all the Millwall fans, and well done to yourself. It's cracking to have Millwall safe. Who would you like to see go down though?
Oh, who would I like to see go down? It's not so much who I'd like to see down, it's who I think will go down. And I think with 3 games to go at this stage, I fear for Sheffield Wednesday. They've not been picking up results. They've been in that bottom 3 for majority of the season, and obviously now there's a 2 or 3 point gap now between sort of not including Rotherham, the 3 down there, and then obviously Plymouth won at the weekend. We won. QPR have been picking up points, so I fear for Sheffield Wednesday, and then it's either between Birmingham and Huddersfield, and I think. I watched the game on Saturday. I saw the highlights with Birmingham Coventry, and I just think Birmingham have got a little bit more belief about them. I think Gary Rowett's gone in there and he can provide them stability. So I like to think that Birmingham will be okay, and they'll relegate Huddersfield, and I wouldn't mind that in all honesty because Millwall's record at Huddersfield is absolutely dreadful. Last 3 seasons we've gone there and lost 1-0 every single time. So it wouldn't be the end of the world to see Huddersfield be relegated. I'll tell you that for a fact.
All right, well, enjoy your game at Sunderland this weekend. We'll catch you next week for the finale.
Nice one, Mark. Cheers. Thank you.